Hi everyone, my name is Sophia and today we're going to be showing you on how to make a plushie. So the plushie sample is this. So I use white felt for the back and the front, and then for this black rectangle I use also felt. The eyes are also felt, but the mouth is markers. If you can see, it's markers. The ears are just flapping out. They're also felt. So I stitched here and then I filled it with the cotton thing. So are your materials. So you need your felt. Okay, so I already traced out the lining for the plushie here. And then you'll also need your pencil. Okay, here is the pencil. You'll need this for the tracing, but I already traced mine, so I don't need it anymore. You need your scissors. Okay, so you'll also need your needle here. Be careful with your needle because it's sharp. You'll also need your thread. Markers are optional. And don't forget the filling. So the filling is like fuzzy. It's like compact, like stretched out cotton somehow. Be careful that it doesn't go to your nose, eyes, or mouth. Okay. So now that we have traced it, so if you haven't done it yet, you can just pause the video, okay? So what I did for this, I just traced from here, so that's easier. You need 2 of them, okay? So now let's start cutting. Okay, so be careful with the scissors, they're sharp. If you need help, you can ask your parents or whoever is with you, but I can do this on my own. Okay, so just need to keep doing that. Cutting all the way. I suggest you cut it off the bigger part already so that it's easier for you to cut. You can maneuver it easier. Okay, cutting. And also the shape can be whatever shape you'd like. So for this one, I'm going to be doing a cat. The one I did earlier was a panda. Okay, if it's not perfect, it's fine. You can just fix it later on because you need it to be the same as the other one. Okay, I'm cutting my edges already here so it's easier. Okay, cut. And then for my thread, I use about nearly the same color so that it will seem like it's matched. It's like there's no thread at all. But if you have the same color of thread with felt, that's also okay. Okay, just keep cutting. If you use a black felt, you can use crayons. But if you use a light one, you can use a pencil. Shade it darkly so that you can see your trace. Okay, so once you have gotten that, all you have to do is just make it the same as the other one. So since you see there's like some remaining here and here, I will fix that. And then if there's like maybe something messy or like some, let's say like stains or something, you can do is like put that on the back. Okay, just fixing it a bit. You can curve it also. You can try to copy if you want, like mine. It's nice if you use like maybe you fold your felt and then you trace it on one part of the felt and then you cut it all in one time. That's easier. Okay, still fixing. Something's still a bit wrong. Okay, as you've done your shape, we will cut it. We will sew it or put the other features later. Okay, so I've got mine here already. So since if you have your animal also as a cat and you want it like the panda, it's like this. It's flapping out. Just cut 2 triangles. So we're gonna use part here. I'm going to trace that. So you can do all your the features there. But for my eyes, what I'm doing is marker. You can make big ones, big ears for the cat. If you are even doing a cat. Okay, so just tracing. Shade it dark. You can use a sharper pencil so it's easier. But then if you make a mistake, you can't be able to erase it. Because if you erase it, it's messy. And that's a bad thing. So make sure you've got it all perfectly lined up. So if you don't want to make any mistakes here, what you can do, you can trace it first on paper and then copy that one on felt. Okay, so I'm just first gonna pause it because it will still take me quite a long time to finish the ears. Okay, so now I'm finished tracing with that. We're also going to cut that off. So if my ears are not perfect, I'll have to do it all over again. There you go. Hopefully that's big enough. So what you can do is you can measure. If you think they're too small, you do it. So as you see, I think I made mine too small. So I have to do it all over again. Where's my pencil? So I'll just have to press it again. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I will cut it. Hopefully now it's the same. It will be big enough. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that. And cut that. So I'm going to test it now. Hopefully it is big enough. So I'm just gonna take my one pair. Okay, I think it's good. What do you think? You think it's good? Yeah, I think it's good. And also, you should leave some parts so that it can still be inside. We're gonna still like kind of sew that later on. So that's good. If you think it's not good, you can redo it again. It's okay. Okay, so I'm just still cutting my other edges. Then I'll cut my other ear. And then after, you can move all your mess. All my mess is going down on my chair. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we're going to get here. And then we're going to start sewing it. Okay, you get your thread. You can get black thread. Then get your needle. I'm going to wet my thread so I can easily put it in the hole since my hole is small. And then pull that. Oopsie, don't know. To get that. Okay, so make sure you leave a long length because we're gonna cut here, and then we're going to make it into half. So we're going to knot it. So we're going to knot it like this. The 2 threads together. And then you can wet it so that's easy. Wrap it around your finger, and then it will be like that. Then like pull it. There, and you have a knot. Okay. So now we get our piece, and then what we're gonna do is get the sew on the part. Okay. Okay, there. So you get that part. It's only one here, and then you see the knot. So my mess is in there, so I put the knot there. And then I'm going to do a blanket stitch. that's right. Oh no, what happened? No, I can just do that later. Okay, so from here, what we're gonna do is we're going to like wrap it around. So what we're gonna do is put it here, like the closest maybe. Make sure it will stick on the other side. And then wrap this one here and around the needle and then pull the needle. Okay? Do that and then until we get to our ear. Not unless you're gonna do it. So we're gonna pause this first. Okay? We're gonna do the same thing for the whole stitch. Okay, now that I'm done here, and I ended here to the ear, what you do from the behind, you put it here behind the ear. And then you keep sewing until you do. So I did it there, and then you sew again, you do the same thing as you did in this stitch. And then you do the same thing on the other ear if you have. And then as you close, you put some of the stuffing, this one, so that it won't be too hard if you're gonna do like a really small hole. Okay, so as you do that, do the same process. So what I did here, I did the tip of the ear here inside so that it would still stick. Okay, wrap that around. Oopsie. Okay, sorry. Okay, so pause the video first. Okay, so now that I have already stitched most of it, so these little parts here, I'm gonna fill stuffing, but this much stuffing for now. So I'm going to put it inside. Okay, so put it in slowly. Put on how much fluffy you want. So if you want it even more fluffier, you can do it. Oh no. Okay. So if you see these things here, we'll stitch that later. Okay. So, but just leave just a little bit more. Can a little bit that, so you see how much you need. There you go. See, that's good. And then we'll stitch that. Push that inside. Okay, so keep stitching until it's in the end of the other we call this other end, and make sure it's still enough thread to knot it later on. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause the video first. Pause. Okay, so now that I've sewn most of it, now is to do the last thing for the stitching only. We're going to knot it. So do quite like the same thing. It's when it's hard, I have to do it on the table. Oops, a bit too much. Put it over. Because my felt is quite thick. Let's do that. Then as you do that, you poke on it again. And Okay, so keep doing that to secure it tightly. Last one, because my needle won't fit anymore soon. So once you've done that now, you're going to put it here in between this thread here. You're going to put your needle there. Sew that up. Okay. Then you can cut it with your scissors. And then any final touching, you can put that on your own. So since I forgot to tell you this about the ear, you have to get now more thread. Okay, so I'll just pause the video to get more thread. So I've got my new thread now in here. We're gonna do, it's going to place our thread. First we're gonna have to adjust our ears if it's like bulging open. Just the ears. Here, do that. Oopsie. Forgot about the knot. To put it back in. Okay, put it in there. Hopefully it will come out. Because there are times when I did a project in this felt, I wasn't able to get it and I had to remove I had to make a new one, new thread. There you go. So I'm gonna put my needle in that hole I just made. Then I can just insert that. Since I left a long one there, where's there 3? Just put that extra there. Good. Okay, and then put that knot inside. Oopsie, my ear. And then you wrap it around and then make it go to the other side. There, okay? So I did that. This is to secure the ear because my ear is coming off. I have to secure my ear tightly then. Okay. Do that same thing earlier. Then also wrap that one more time. And then, okay, you have to adjust your thread. Come to the right spot. I think that's where my ear goes. Yeah, that's right. And then you do the same thing on the other side. So you can do all the detailing by yourself, okay? So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share this to other people. And you have any other comments or suggestions, leave it down in the comment section below. And I'll see you next time. Bye!